The river's digital heartbeat. A simple photo by the Yarra River sparks a wave of personal stories and emotional connections across Melbourne. This modern tale explores loneliness, the yearning for belonging, and the power of genuine moments shared amidst the relentless digital noise of contemporary life. Chapter 1. The First Stone. The city of Melbourne, a glittering tapestry of lights, sprawled beyond the panoramic window of Liam's minimalist apartment. Its ceaseless hum, a constant, almost hypnotic presence. At 28, Liam was a freelance graphic designer, his days spent navigating the intricate digital landscapes of client briefs and creative concepts. Yet, despite being perpetually plugged into the modern world, a quiet melancholy often settled in his eyes, a growing sense of disconnection from the very digital realm that defined his profession. He scrolled through his phone, a familiar ritual, his thumb gliding over endless social media feeds, curated lives, perfectly plated meals, aspirational travel photos, each image a meticulously constructed facade of happiness and success. He sighed, a quiet exhalation of weariness, feeling adrift in the relentless stream of digital noise, yearning for something real, something unvarnished. Earlier that evening, seeking a respite from the screen's glow and the city's ceaseless energy, Liam had found himself drawn to the banks of the Yarra River as dusk began to settle. The river, usually bustling with ferries and rowing crews, had taken on a different character in the fading light. Dark, reflective, a ribbon of profound calm amidst the urban sprawl. The city skyline, a blurred backdrop of towering glass and steel, receded into the periphery, allowing the river itself to take sharp focus. A single, small fishing boat, its silhouette stark against the bruised purple and fading orange of the sky, had drifted lazily, a solitary figure mirroring his own quiet contemplation. He had captured the moment with his phone, an instinctive click, the image now residing in his gallery, a small pocket of peace. Back on his couch, a half-empty mug of cooling tea beside him, Liam stared at the photo. He typed a caption, then deleted it, the words feeling trite, insufficient, just another piece of digital fluff. He tried again, then again, wrestling with the desire to convey something authentic, something simple, yet imbued with genuine meaning. He wanted to share the feeling, not just the image. Finally, after several false starts, the words flowed, unforced, honest. Sometimes you just need a moment by the river. Tonight, the Yarra felt like an old friend. Listening to the city's hum, it reminded me that even in the busiest places, there's always a quiet corner for reflection. Hashtag Yarra River, hashtag Melbourne Moments, hashtag Quiet City. He hesitated for a beat, his finger hovering over the post button, a faint sense of vulnerability settling over him. Would it be lost in the endless scroll? Would anyone truly see it? Truly feel it? He didn't expect much. Perhaps a few likes from friends, a polite nod from the digital crowd. But he tapped post anyway, a quiet act of defiance against the superficiality, a small stone cast into the vast digital ocean. The image and caption disappeared into the ether, and Liam closed his phone, a quiet satisfaction settling over him, utterly unaware that his simple, authentic share was about to cast a ripple far wider and deeper than he could ever imagine, awakening a hidden tapestry of untold stories from strangers across the sprawling, vibrant city. Chapter 2. Connecting Threads. Liam's unassuming post, A simple photograph of the Yarra River at dusk, accompanied by a quiet reflection, disappeared into the digital ether, a tiny ripple cast into the vast ocean of online content. He closed his phone, expecting little, perhaps a handful of likes from his immediate circle, a polite nod of acknowledgement from the digital crowd. Yet, unbeknownst to him, that quiet moment by the river, translated into pixels, had already begun its subtle journey, connecting threads across the sprawling, vibrant city of Melbourne. In a cluttered university dorm room, Chloe, a 20-year-old student, was deep in the throes of procrastination, her laptop screen a portal to endless distractions. As she scrolled through her social media feed, her thumb paused. Liam's photo of the Yarra appeared, and she found herself unexpectedly captivated. The image, with its reflective calm amidst the urban backdrop, offered a sudden, welcome peace amidst her own anxieties about deadlines and future uncertainties. "Oh, that's beautiful," she murmured to herself, a faint smile touching her lips. "The Yarra always looks so peaceful at night." She tapped the like button, a small, almost unconscious gesture, before resuming her aimless scrolling, unaware that the image had planted a seed of inspiration within her. Miles away, in a warm, suburban kitchen, Martha, a retired teacher in her 60s, was making her evening tea, her tablet propped up beside the kettle. She too stumbled upon Liam's post. Her eyes, softened by years of gentle wisdom, immediately took on a faraway look. The image of the river, tranquil in the fading light, stirred a deep well of tender nostalgia within her. "The Yarra, so many memories there," she whispered, her voice a fragile echo of the past. Her late husband, Thomas, had loved the river. They had walked along its banks every Sunday for decades, watching the city grow around them, sharing quiet moments that felt as timeless as the river's flow. She tapped like, then, hesitantly, her fingers hovered over the comment section. Words formed in her mind, intimate recollections of shared laughter. Meanwhile, in a brightly lit city cafe, Jake, a cynical barista in his mid-30s, scrolled through his phone during a brief break, his expression perpetually jaded. He saw Liam's post. He scoffed softly, a familiar cynicism bubbling up. Another profound river pic. Everyone thinks they're the first to discover melancholy. He scrolled past, his finger quick and dismissive. Yet, even as he moved on, a flicker of something, a fleeting, unwelcome memory of a distant, less cynical time, caught in his mind. A time when he had found solace by the Yarra, before heartbreak and disillusionment had hardened his edges. He didn't like or comment, but the image, despite his outward disdain, had resonated, stirring a hidden current beneath his carefully constructed facade. Liam, back in his apartment, checked his phone. A few likes, one comment from a friend. "Nice shot, mate." He shrugged, just as he expected. The digital ripples, however, had begun, unseen, unheard by him, as his simple post started to weave a subtle, profound tapestry of connection in unexpected corners of the city. Chapter 3. Heartfelt Currents. Liam's simple photograph of the Yarra, a quiet moment captured and shared, continued to resonate, acting as an unexpected catalyst for introspection and expression across the sprawling city of Melbourne. For Martha, the retired teacher, the image had stubbornly lodged itself in her mind. As she went about her morning routine, making toast in her suburban kitchen, her thoughts kept drifting back to the tranquil river scene. The photo had stirred a deep well of memory, a tenderness that transcended the years. She pulled out an old photo album from a dusty shelf. its pages brittle and yellowed with age, each one a window into a cherished past. Her fingers traced the faded picture of herself and her late husband Thomas, young and smiling, sitting on a picnic blanket by the Yarra. The river, then as now, had been a constant, a silent witness to their unfolding love story. "It wasn't just a river," she murmured to the empty kitchen, her voice soft with remembrance. "It was where we fell in love, where he proposed, right under that old gum tree, where we'd sit, year after year, watching our lives unfold." The memories, rich and vivid, swelled within her, finally compelling her to act. She picked up her tablet again, her fingers hovering over the comments section of Liam's post. This time, there was no hesitation. The words flowed slowly, carefully. A heartfelt memory poured out for a stranger. A small act of sharing a profound personal history. Meanwhile, in the bustling city cafe, Jake, the cynical barista, found himself strangely haunted by the image of the river. Despite his outward disdain for what he perceived as superficial online sentiment, the photograph had pricked something deep within him. He kept thinking about it, a persistent echo in his mind as he wiped down counters and brewed endless cups of coffee. He remembered a time, years ago, before disillusionment had set in, when he used to seek solace by the Yarra, sketching furiously, pouring his raw emotions onto paper. He pulled out a crumpled, forgotten sketch pad from under the counter, its pages filled with charcoal drawings of the river, the city skyline, the quiet moments he had once observed. He found one particular sketch, a raw, emotional rendering of a stormy Yarra, its turbulent waters reflecting a period of intense, personal heartbreak. "I used to think it was just a dirty river," he thought, a rare moment of vulnerability piercing his usual cynicism. "But it holds everything, the good, the bad, every broken promise, every quiet hope." He opened his social media, not to Liam's post, but to his own profile. He took a photo of his sketch, then began to type a caption, one that was both guarded and deeply personal, a reluctant offering of his own truth to the digital current. Across the city, in her university dorm, Chloe was supposed to be studying, but her mind was elsewhere. Liam's Yarra photo had sparked something within her, a creative urge that demanded attention. She pulled out her paints, setting up a canvas on her easel, the vibrant colors a stark contrast to the academic texts scattered around her. She began to paint the river, not as it was in the photo, but as she imagined it, a vibrant, flowing entity, a lifeline through the city, reflecting both light and shadow, joy and sorrow. The Yarra isn't just a river, she thought, her brushstrokes becoming more confident. It's the pulse of the city. It carries our stories, our dreams, our tears. It flows, no matter what. She painted, lost in the creative flow, her own unique connection to the river taking vivid shape on the canvas. Liam's simple post, a quiet moment of reflection, had become a powerful catalyst, unlocking a torrent of personal narratives, each one a unique tributary feeding into the vast, shared river of human experience, flowing together in an unseen, digital current. Chapter 4. The Collective Narrative. Liam, back on his couch in the quiet hum of his apartment, scrolled through his phone, expecting the usual handful of notifications. But his eyes widened, a genuine gasp escaping him, as he noticed his Yarra post had gained a surprising, almost unbelievable amount of traction. The small ripple he had cast had become a wave, then a tide. More likes than he could count, dozens of shares, and most astonishingly, a torrent of comments rolling in, transforming his quiet moment into a vibrant, living digital tapestry. He began to read, his heart swelling with a warmth he hadn't anticipated. He saw Martha's heartfelt memory, a poignant testament to enduring love, now openly shared for all to see. At Liam, your photo brought back so many memories. My late husband and I spent countless Sundays by the Yarra. It was our special place. Thank you for sharing this quiet beauty. A stranger, a woman he would likely never meet, had shared such an intimate, personal memory, connecting with his simple image in a way he had never imagined. He scrolled further, each comment a new thread in this unexpected weave. The Yarra always reminds me of my first job interview in the city. So nervous. Walked along the banks to clear my head. Got the job. Read one. Another. I proposed to my wife on that bridge near Federation Square. The Yarra was sparkling that night. Still is. These were not just comments. They were snippets of lives. Moments of joy, triumph, and profound personal significance, all anchored to the same stretch of water. Sparked by his single photograph, the caption read, "Saw a pic of the Yarra tonight. Made me dig this out. Not always peaceful. Sometimes it just holds the chaos. Hashtag Yarra River, hashtag Melbourne art, hashtag old sketches." Liam felt a jolt. The cynicism he'd sensed earlier, the dismissive attitude, had been a mask. This was raw, honest, a glimpse into a hidden vulnerability he hadn't expected from the gruff barista. It was a mirror of his own quiet melancholy, but expressed with a different, powerful intensity. He then found Chloe's new post, a vibrant painting of the Yarra, bursting with life and movement, a dynamic contrast to Jake's somber sketch. Her caption, inspired by a recent post, "The Yarra, always flowing, always changing, always holding our stories. My latest work. Hashtag Yarra art, hashtag City Pulse, Melbourne." Liam stared at his screen, a profound sense of awe washing over him. His simple, quiet post, born from a moment of personal introspection, had become a digital tapestry, weaving together countless individual stories, each one a unique thread connected by the shared landmark of the Yarra River. He saw the comments, the shares, the new posts, each a testament to the river's profound, often unseen role in the lives of ordinary Melburnians. It was a collective narrative, a living, breathing testament to the city's hidden heart, revealed through the unexpected power of a shared moment. The Yarra, he realized, was more than just a waterway. It was a silent witness, a repository of collective memory, and now a digital conduit for connection. Chapter 5. A Shared Heartbeat. The city lights of Melbourne still twinkled outside Liam's apartment window, but their glow felt different now. He was still on his couch, but his phone was no longer just a device. It was held gently in his hands, transformed into a window, into a vast, unexpected network of human connection. He reread the comments, scrolled through the shared posts, taking in every detail, every word, every image. He internalized the diverse narratives that had flowed into his digital space. Martha's heartfelt memory of her late husband, a quiet testament to enduring love that had found a new voice. Jake's raw, honest charcoal sketch, a glimpse into a hidden vulnerability that had defied his initial cynical facade. Chloe's vibrant painting, a reflection of creativity sparked by his own simple observation, now a testament to the river's artistic pulse. Each story, each shared moment, resonated deeply within him, connecting him to people he would likely never meet, yet whose lives had intersected with his through a shared landmark, a shared feeling. He felt a profound sense of connection to these strangers, a warmth spreading through him that chased away the quiet melancholy he had carried for so long. The Yarra, he realized, was far more than just a waterway, a geographical feature on a map. It was a silent witness, a constant flowing presence in the lives of millions, holding their joys, their sorrows, their quiet reflections, their grand gestures, their everyday moments of peace and chaos. It was the very pulse of the city, carrying not just water to the bay, but a ceaseless current of human stories, each one a unique tributary feeding into a grand, collective narrative. His own initial melancholy, his feeling of being disconnected and adrift in the digital noise, had been replaced by a newfound understanding, a profound sense of belonging. A digital tapestry, woven from simple shared moments and authentic vulnerability, had shown him the opposite of isolation. The city, far from being a collection of anonymous individuals, was a vibrant, intricate web of interconnected lives, each one rich with its own narrative, waiting to be shared, waiting to be heard, waiting to be seen. With a sense of quiet fulfillment, Liam opened his social media app one last time. He didn't post a new photo. The moment felt complete. Instead, he went back to his original Yarra post, the single image that had started it all, and added a final comment, a reflection on the unexpected journey his simple image had taken, a closing thought to the symphony of stories it had awakened. I posted this photo hoping for a quiet moment. What I found was a symphony of stories. Thank you everyone for sharing your Yarra moments. It turns out even in the busiest city, we're all more connected than we think. The river truly holds us all. He closed his phone, a genuine, peaceful smile gracing his lips, a lightness in his heart he hadn't felt in years. The city hummed outside, but now it sounded less like noise and more like a collective breath, a shared heartbeat, a gentle murmur of countless lives intertwined. The Yarra flowed on, carrying its endless stories, and Liam, having cast a small stone into its digital waters, now felt profoundly, beautifully, undeniably connected, a single thread in the vast, vibrant tapestry of Melbourne.